Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel SummarizedAI. In recent years, the world of large language models has shifted from cloud only to more accessible local deployment. In this video, we will talk about Ollama, an LLM model that you can run locally on your system, which is completely offline. It gives you full control over your data and let you experience the power of AI without relying on the cloud. Since Ollama runs on our local machine, you have complete control over both the data and the model. This ensures better security and privacy as your content isn't being shared or exposed anywhere else. Ollama models are also good for experimentation as there is no API or API key cost of inference. There are multiple Ollama models available to pick and switch. We will be talking about all those models in this video. Ollama lets you fine-tune, test, and experiment with models right on your computer, perfect for research, quick prototypes, and trying out new ideas safely offline. You can integrate Ollama and embed Ollama into script services and workflows. There are mainly three ways you can run and access Ollama locally by CLI, which is command line interface, second through API, and third the Python library provided by Ollama. Yep. Now, before we deep dive into the implementation, and I do understand there is a lot of theory we discussed, but this is required. Okay. Now let's go back to the implementation. And before implementation, we will require Ollama in our local. So to get Ollama, you can go to ollama.com website. Okay. On that ollama.com website, you will see the download button. Click on that particular download button, and it will show you an option to install Ollama for macOS, Linux, and Windows. We can go ahead and download for Windows because I'm using Windows. Okay, so as soon as you click on download button, it will download that executable file, and you can double click on that executable file and install Ollama on your local. Okay, it will be something like this. There will not be an issue coming. You will be able to very easily install this executable file in your local. Okay. Once the installation is done, you can go back to the command prompt and run Ollama. If you're seeing these options related to the Ollama, which means the Ollama got installed in your local. Now Ollama is there. With Ollama, as discussed, we will be requiring a model, LLM model to run locally. So let me see if I am having any Ollama LLM model in my local. Yes, I have a Gemma 3. So I have already pulled this Gemma 3 LLM model from Ollama, and I will show you how we can get this model. So what we can do is we can say Ollama pull Gemma 3. It will pull the LLM model Gemma 3 from Ollama, and after pulling, you can run this Ollama using Ollama run Gemma 3. Okay, it got pulled up, in less amount of time for me because the model is already there, but it may take 50 to 60 seconds for you guys to get it pulled. Okay. Now I have this Gemma 3 LLM model running in my local. Now I can ask hello. It will be replying. Okay. So this means the Gemma 3 is working in my local and I can ask anything. Python in one line. One line. Okay, so it will be explaining Python in one line. Yep. This is what he did. Okay. Now there are multiple options it is providing. You can choose either of them. Now, after seeing this LLM model, Gamma 3, what we can do is we can check other options also. So if you go to the models, here we can see number of models available or provided by Ollama. Okay, we have Mistral, we have Llama 3.2, we have Llama 3.1, GLM 4.6. Every LLM model is specific to their own task. Okay, they got trained. Now, if I go to the GitHub, I will be seeing a selective model. Okay, so Earlier I went with Gemma 3, but now I will be going with Llama 3.2, which is 2 GB. So I'm going to run this particular command. Let me come out of this by, and then I will be running Ollama run Llama 3.2. Okay. Now you see it is pulling the Ollama 3.2 from Ollama. Okay. Now it will be taking some amount of time. Okay. Once it will pull this Llama 3.2 model in local, it will be verifying the SHA, and after verifying the SHA, it will start the Llama 3.2. It will run the Llama 3.2. So the run command is doing both the jobs. It is pulling Llama 3.2, and at the same time, once it is pulled, it will be running that Llama 3.2 in my local. I need not to run any other command. So one command having two different things. Okay. Now, once this Llama 3.2 gets installed and run, then we will see different options available with Llama command line interface. Great. Now we can see our Llama 3.2 is running. Now I can say hi. It will reply hi. Okay. I would say, who are you? It will be replying. Yep. It's a good reply. ML large language model trained on massive data set. Blah, 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 blah. It will be replying this. Okay. So I will be saying bye. Okay. And then when I come out, I can say Ollama list. Now I can see I have two large language models in my local, and I can switch these models at any point of time. So let me go ahead and say Ollama run Gemma 3. Okay, so it will start this particular model. Now I can ask for help also, and help will provide me these many options. Okay, by we have already checked, it will exit, and we have one more thing which says clear. It will clear the earlier session context, whatever we have asked. So it will be clearing that particular session. Okay. Now, apart from this, we have show info also. So if I say show info, it will show this particular information regarding that particular model. Okay. Now here we can see the architecture is Gamma 3. We know already. Now the parameter is 3.4.3 billion. Parameter is nothing. It is all about weights and biases to process input and output. Now, apart from this, we have content length. Okay. Content length is the number of tokens modeling the process. Okay. So it can process 131,072 tokens. Now, apart from this, we have embedding length. Embedding length is very important, and this is the number which represents the size of the vector, which means 2560 dimensions in the embedding space. And higher the quantization is to reduce the size of model by converting higher precision. Okay. Now higher precision number like 32-bit into lower precision ones like 8-bit or 4-bit. Okay, great. This makes the model smaller, faster, and more efficient to run, especially useful when running LLMs locally or on limited hardware while keeping accuracy mostly the same. So quantization is nothing but with the help of quantize, we can reduce the size of the element, you can understand, and we can run that particular element in our local also. Okay, great. Now, this was all about the large language models running on CLI. Okay, now we will proceed towards running large language model or accessing large language model as an API. Okay, so let me say bye. Now, before going to access large language model as an API or service, we have to start that particular server. Okay, so I would say Ollama serve. Now you see, if as soon as I say Ollama serve, it is saying listen TCP this, bind only one usage of this. This means this particular port is already running. So if I copy this and if I hit here, I can see the Ollama is already running. Now I can go to my Postman. Postman is nothing but to make a HTTP call, get post delete call. So I'm going to make a post call to this particular URI slash p1 slash completions, having method as post, and my body, the request body is having model as a Gamma 3. Okay. And after that, we have prompt, which is what is Python in one line. And next token is going to be 300. And the content type is application JSON. Yep. Now, as soon as I click on send, it will send the request to the LLM and it will provide the response. Python is a versatile, highly programming language, high level programming language, known it's for reliability and extensive libraries, blah, 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 blah. So it will print all those things. Okay. Now, this is how we can access the Ollama with the help of Postman API. Now, same thing, let's see as part of our Python code. So for that, we are going to use our request Python library, which is nothing but the HTTP library, which allow us to make the HTTP calls like post get. Okay. Now we can say here Ollama underscore library. Okay. Dot py. Great. Now, before going with Ollama request library, okay, we require this particular request module or the Python library in our local. And for that, we can say pip install request. Okay, you can run this particular command in your command prompt and get the request module or Python library. Now, once you have this, we can go ahead and start. I'm already having this library installed in my local, so I will not be going and running this command again. I will be starting with my implementation. Yep. Now, as we are starting with the implementation for the Ollama library, Ollama API library, okay. So here I'm saying import request. Okay. After importing request, I will require the URL of that particular request. Okay. So I'm already having that URL here. I will copy paste here. And apart from that, we require body, correct? And I'm going to get the same body from our Postman. So let's copy this. Okay, copy this. Yeah, this is done. And apart from this one, as you know, we are making a post call, correct? So we can say request dot post, and this will take the very first parameter as a URL. Okay, and after that URL, it will take the request body. So let's pass the URL and then say JSON equal to body. Now, what we can say is we can get say response JSON. Okay, so we have to convert this particular response, whatever we are getting, into the JSON because we have to fetch the exact value from a particular key. Now, say print, and here you can say response underscore JSON choices and zeroth index, and then you can say text. Okay, now if I run this particular code, I will be able to get the response of what is Python in one line, which I got it. Python is a versatile high programming language known for its reliability. Same thing what we got earlier. But I wish to tell you only one thing, this thing. So this thing is nothing, but if you saw earlier, when we make a call to the same API, we got this response. And what we did is from the JSON, we saw choices, zeroth index of array, which is this object, and then dot text. Okay, and the same thing we did here to get that particular value from that key. Okay, so this is how we can access Ollama with the help of request object. Okay, now apart from this one, we have Ollama library, Python library, which is provided by Ollama. Okay, now let's see that. For that, we first require to install Ollama library in our local, that module. Okay, and like I'm already having that particular module because I'm using this frequently, so I might not be going and installing it again. Please go ahead and run this particular command in your local. I will be starting the implementation now. Yep, because I'm having this particular library installed. So I'm going to say import Ollama. Okay, now what we are expecting a response from Ollama.chat. Okay. Now inside it, we are going to pass the model. Okay. And model equal to Gemma 3. Okay. Now after that, we are saying messages equals to here. We are going to have role as user. Okay. Now after that, we require content. Content I am having here as explain Python in one line. Okay, this is our prompt. Now this thing is almost same with ChatGPT and Cloud, where we say like Ollama.chat. Okay, and inside that we pass the model name, and this is nothing but our prompt. Okay, now we can say print and response, and inside this bracket we can have message, and then we can have content. Okay, now as soon as I run this particular code, you see we will get the same response what we were getting earlier. So this is the other way how we can access Ollama LLM models in our local, okay, using Ollama Python library. Great. Now, apart from this, what we can also do is we can customize this Gamma 3 model, okay? And to customize this Gamma 3 model, I'm going to create a file which is model file. Okay, there is no extension, only model file. And I'm going to copy paste the content to save our time. So we are saying from Gamma 3, which means we are referring Gamma 3 here as a model, okay, pre-trained model. And we are saying parameter temperature from zero point 0.3. And the temperature is going to be like from 0 to 1. We can have any value, okay. Now, in the system, I have told you are a summarized assistant and expert in AI, machine learning, and model fine tuning. Always explain concept clearly and concise with example. So I have told to my customized LLM model, if someone is asking you something, you can reply in this way. You have to tell these things before replying to the user. Okay. Now, if I go back to my command prompt, okay, and then if I will be running a command where I'm going to say Ollama create, okay, and then I'm going to provide the customized name, okay, here, then hyphen F, F is for file, and then dot model model file, okay. This will create the custom LLM model pre-trained on Gamma 3. You see our customized LLM got created, okay, with the name of Summarized AI. Now, if I say Ollama list, now we have 3 LLMs available in our local. Now I can go ahead and use any LLM saying Ollama run and the LLM name. So at current point of time, I'm going to use this Summarized AI as my LLM. So Ollama run Summarized AI. Now I can say hi. As soon as I say hi, it will say it's a great to chat with you. I am Summarized AI assistant. I am here to help understand all things related to AI. Okay. So it will give his or like its complete introduction. Okay. So that's all we have like to customize this particular LLM model or any of the LLM model from Ollama. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful and want to see more video on AI, don't forget to like and click on notification icon to stay updated and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.